Hi, welcome back to the BFE podcast. We're bringing you guys another episode. It's going to be a shorter episode. We want to deep dive into the Spencer Wolf. He's got his tattoos popping out, showing off. We got a couple guys actually behind the camera too. We're actually going live on TikTok. So if you guys want to follow us on TikTok, I think it's the BFE Boys, and then YouTube right now only, the BFE podcast. So subscribe. Hopefully
Twitter.
You guys are liking this. Yep, Twitter. What is it?
It's BFE Boys. It's BFE _ Boys.
Yeah, so we're starting to get out there, but yeah, we're gonna deep dive into Spencer. He was being a baby bird into the mic last time, but that's not your fault.
I'm a quiet guy, right?
I know that's not your fault. A lot of times I should be like, I shouldn't do for people, and it's just for that purpose. But I couldn't miss up the opportunity to get you on, so I'm glad we can get you back on. So cool. Like I said, it's going to be a shorter episode, probably 30, 40 minutes. So hopefully you guys are liking it. And like I said, subscribe and follow us along on this journey. So yeah, let's jump right into it. Spence, how was your day today? Something like that.
I got rained out, so I didn't have to work today. So got
what
my
do you
haircut.
mean got rained out?
We're doing trenches right now. So
okay, so yeah, but I feel like it didn't rain
for
that
what?
much.
What do you like? What's going in these things? Are you just
electricians work?
Okay,
Electricians,
yeah.
yeah
You
we're
can't
gonna
do that.
Amazon data center.
Nice. Those things are monstrous.
Dude, it's not even like that shit is more protected than a fucking military base.
Yeah, that's how Facebook is too. Like you have to have like a level of clearance to get in there. Like
damn,
because you got to think all the shit that it stores on there. I mean, you got like credit card information. Like
yeah, I guess.
Addresses.
My wife broke me. I never shopped online. I'm the type of person, if I'm spending the money, I want that shit now.
That's how I feel too.
The older I'm getting, she's like, well, honey, just get it on. A lot of what you see on this podcast came from Amazon, so shout out Amazon. But my wife will have shit showing up every day. And
you kind of live far away too from everything. I
wouldn't say too far.
I mean, I guess you got.
Right
yeah,
there,
I guess you got like.
I don't know. I would say from Easton, Columbus, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I am a little out here, but that's why we got the BFE podcast. We're out here in these sticks. All right, so Spence, tell us a little more where it all started. I know we talked briefly about like deer hunting. I know that was pretty big for you. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah. My dad did a TV show about a couple years ago, and then he doesn't do it anymore. Now he does his construction business. But I think that's what got me like more motivated to get into social media, was because he was doing all this TV stuff and all that.
Yeah.
And so like I was used to cameras and stuff like that, and then like he would push.
I mean, like legit cameras, right?
Oh, like
these aren't like your little
cameras. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, okay, I might be an idiot. I'm just trying to picture this in my mind. So, I would say, how the hell are you shooting a deer and having a big-ass camera maybe over here, or is it like just like on my shoulder? Maybe you're filming while he's hunting? Or
so
like, how does that happen?
There's cameramans with you, and then there's sometimes it's just a self-film. So like, we have like kind of like a tripod that swings out from the side of the tree.
Okay.
So usually what I'll do is that if a deer's coming in, I'll film the deer before it like gets to a point where I can shoot it, and I'll just try to like picture my head where he's going to be in the angle of it.
Yeah.
And then that's when I stop using the camera, and then that's when I pull back in.
Compound bow or
Compound.
Okay, wow.
Dude, nobody uses a recurve, really.
Well, I wasn't more saying that.
It's so fucking hard.
Yeah, 100%.
My dad
compound
has one,
or gun, because
what
I'm getting, like, I listen to Joe Rogan all the time. He's always hunting elk, that kind of stuff, or he's just hunting random animals. And he's like, he practices 24/7. Like, I'm trying to figure out how you're able to, bam, film this deer coming in while getting your compound bow ready. Your nerves have to be steel. 100%. You got ice in them veins.
I actually lied to Dad. Dad, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, but
sorry, Pops.
I was hunting one night, and I was like younger. I was like maybe 15 or 16 years old, and I had my own camera. I was sitting in a box blind, and it was getting dark out. And I'm not gonna lie, when I was like 15 or 16 years old, I was scared shitless to walk.
Are you kidding me? Myself. I'm a 25-year-old man. If I'm walking out in the woods and I hear a stick crack, I'm over there like, God dang, I'm dying tonight.
As long as you got a gun, you'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean, if you can see.
But if you're bow hunting, it's a little different.
Yeah, you better be like Robin Hood. Holy shit.
Yeah, but I was like sitting there and getting dark, and I was like, fuck, all right, we're getting packed up. Got the camera packed up, and I look up, and here comes a fucking shooter buck out. I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go.
Really?
Got the camera back out, set up, and my ass forgot to press record.
Now stepping into this, that's happened to me a couple times. We actually should have a couple more episodes out, but there was one time Dad forgot to plug in one cord, and we went for like a solid hour and you really couldn't hear any of the audio. So I just shot myself in the foot, but it's okay. We got them rescheduled. They're actually getting ready to come on this coming Friday, so wait for that. It's going to be Jaina and Chelsea. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I'm excited for that. All right, so pretty much what we've learned is you have nerves of steel. You're Robin Hood. And, well, yeah, because if you guys did check out the episode that dropped Monday, you were also the guy that said you let the girls come to you. You don't step out there and shoot your shot. You're more like the guy that's chilling on the wall, looking too cool.
Exactly. Exactly. I get it from that guy. I get it from him.
Who?
Nick. That's what he does. He just stands back.
No.
He just stands back there and chills and beats
No
himself.
way. Huh. I definitely, whenever I see Nick out at the bars, he's more like stumbling and fumbling around, like making his rounds. Kind of like what I do. I'll take a couple sips.
Same.
I'll go talk to you, and then I make my way back to my wife, and then to kind of do it all over again. That's back when she would actually come out. Now we got the baby girl and shit. But, yeah. I know it would be fun to come out and party with you guys, but sometimes dad life has to take over. I know I've hit up, I think, your brother behind the scenes, your brother a couple times, and or he hit me up wanting to go out, and I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, I got the baby girl. Sometimes that dad life just takes over, but it is cool to kind of live through you guys a little bit, like seeing the progression. Like you guys are always partying at the Bulls, something like that. Not all the time, just a couple of them.
No, come on now. Let's be honest. When was the last time I've been at Bulls? What was the last time?
Can we talk?
Yeah, you can go
Yeah,
talk a
you
little
can
bit.
talk.
Not you. I mean, like they like the one there. We're kind of too old for liking that.
Yeah, I was going to say it's kind of a younger crowd, stuff like that. But I'm not gonna lie, I've always been a fan of the Barn on York. It's done me pretty well. What? No, you okay?
I mean,
a local bar around here. What is Dan the Man's bar?
I mean, I like the Barn.
I was gonna say
but
if you say O'Malley's, I will reach across this.
O'Malley's is a good bar. We're gonna sit here and lie, dude. We go there all the fucking
Oh my
time.
God. It used to be cool. My parents used to drink there.
Okay.
Dude, the ceilings are as low as this attic right here. Like, you're just walking around like, dude, I know I'm
I
not
just
a tall
enjoy the
dude, but
people who
I'll
go there.
smack my head on the ceiling.
I just enjoy the people.
Oh,
who go
100%. The bartenders are
Yeah,
amazing.
like, what the fuck?
Like, I get that, but it just seems like sometimes the music's not hitting right.
Uh-huh.
Or you have to pay for
I
your
mean,
own
there's
thing,
better
but-
bars out there. It's not like I'm
Yeah.
saying it's
What-
the fucking
local bar for you? What's your local water?
I go with the Barn.
The
I
Barn.
mean, like, I'd
yeah.
say last year the Barn on York was the move. I don't know. I feel like it's died down.
The
honestly.
Barn
over
on
the
York.
past couple years.
The
for
Barn on
sure.
York died
It's a great bar
when-
too.
when all of us kind of left. Like, it seemed like after we were kind of the tail end, and then don't get me wrong, every once in a while that bar will pick up. Like, you'll drive past and be like, God dang, there's a ton of people.
It
Oh,
used
yeah.
to be the winter because in the summer
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
would go to the lake.
Yeah, the lake
and,
out
and-
here,
and
yeah,
get on
it's-
their boats
I mean-
and shit. And then in the winter we'd go to the barn. But
It-
yeah, I feel like it's just.
It's hard now.
Well, now people are married. You got
Mhm.
a kid, Taylor and Jacob. They got Hudson. It's
Yeah.
like, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you're still saying the Barn, but I know we talked briefly about it. You're more into like traveling, going around in different bars. I know tonight you guys are going to some bar I didn't even know existed on campus.
Yeah, it's called the Horseshoe. Actually, one of my buddies owns it.
Oh,
so that's
really?
why, I heard about it. He actually wanted me to come work there on OSU games. I'm like, bro, no, I'm gonna be partying.
Yeah. Yeah. OSU games are awesome.
Oh
They're
yeah.
great
You
time.
tailgate. Have you ever done that?
Yeah, a couple times. I don't know. It's kind of tailgating can go one way or the other because, like, honestly, yeah, it seems like you want to be really close to the stadium, but if you're interested in watching the game, you can always fucking hear what happens before it happens on TV, and it's really fucking annoying.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is a good time either way. Like, you're not gonna have a bad time going to Ohio State and fucking partying because
Ohio
like-
State's awesome.
it's
I
like
mean-
between like I've heard like between Ohio State, Georgia, I think like maybe Alabama and shit like that. Like they're
Seriously?
like, oh dude, they say like
I did
Nathan.
not know that.
Nathan went to a Georgia game, Georgia Notre Dame game. He said
Yeah.
it was fucking insane.
That'd
'Cause
be
he went to
badass. Those are two
but,
huge teams.
well,
though.
but I'm saying he's saying like how Georgia does football is like fucking
Different.
crazy. But it's
They
the
built
same. He
different.
said it's the same way out here.
Yeah.
Because you gotta
Makes
think,
sense.
dude. There's people who rent spaces for their RVs for games
Oh,
for like
100%.
$10,000.
Oh, 1,000%.
For one Saturday.
The boosters at Ohio State are insane.
Yeah.
They have They got some money.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dude, they have a private bar in the Schottenstein Center. I've been
Really?
in it. Yeah, because me and Nick went there for the Guns N' Roses concert. His parents took us, and we got floor seats. Well, they had their own private bar. We got to go back there. It was pretty cool.
Fun fact, we remodeled the Schottenstein's house.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's cool to say something like that. But all right, jumping back into Spencer. Deer hunting. Where is that kind of where it all started for you?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Definitely deer hunting. Yeah.
And then it kind of trickled down into what social media is today, and it's kind of a conglomerate. Like you make money on the internet now, and that's so cool to me. Yeah. So I know you briefly said something about it, but I really want to deep dive into it. So after deer hunting and filming and that kind of stuff, what did you go to next?
I went to Uno. Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
It doesn't. I think it still exists. I have no clue because I've been on it for a while. But that's how
like
I got
MySpace,
swatted.
it kind of just fizzled off and died.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Or Vine. Vine, tragic.
I think it
Vine
got
was-
bought out.
I think
it bought out
Twitter.
and then
I think
shut
Twitter
down.
bought it.
Yeah, and shut it
but
down.
that's so wild to me. So I feel like it is kind of weird. Like these platforms that maybe you did start on, they're kind of fizzled out, or they've upgraded or gone to different platforms and stuff.
TikTok used to be called Musically.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was
Okay, I
about to
didn't know
say, yeah, it used to be like, because they got like Triller and shit where people like dance to music and stuff, and that's what it started out as, like Musically. And then
So, talk to me a little bit about that.
You just kind of went live on the app, and people could send you gifts, and the more gifts you got, people would join your live more, like get you up in the ranks.
Okay, cool. Did you ever hit number one?
Yeah, that night I got swatted. I hit number 1.
Oh, wow. That's wild.
I had like 6,000 people watching me, and
I'd
then
be pissed.
And why don't you tell them a little, because I want to make sure they got the story. Tell them the story about you getting swatted.
so like I was live on about 6,000 people were watching me, and then I got close to the end of the night, and I was like, you know what, guys, I'm getting off. I got off, and at the time I was live, SWAT was watching me through the windows of my house, and then around like 5 a.m., SWAT knocked on the door, busted in, had us all at gunpoint, all that. It was all over the news.
That's insane to me. And then what's wild to me is you're like, yeah, I just got swatted. You know what? Let's kick this up another couple notches. I'm going to deep dive more into social media. That didn't deter you at all?
I mean, I was like a freshman in high school, and at first, like, I was like, damn, like, I just got swatted from social media. Like, I had someone literally call 911 and tell them all this crazy shit, and then I had SWAT bust in my door.
That's wild.
I felt like
dangerous.
it wasn't. Oh yeah, 100%. Like it's like me for now. Like if someone swatted in my house, like I heard a loud ass bang on the door, I'd be strapped up, ready to go.
Yeah, please don't do that. My daughter's sleeping.
Yeah,
you know. So, and you don't want to get the dogs all riled up and stuff, you know. But that to me, that's insane. I probably would have taken a couple steps back if I were you. But hey, I'm not you.
I'm not
and
gonna lie for like.
Now look
months.
where have you gone. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I mean that's you. That's wild to me.
Yeah.
So from is a little bit kind of like TikTok? Because you were telling me like TikTok, you made money off TikTok, and like that's from people sending you what?
Gifts. Like
gifts.
The gifts are diamonds, and the diamonds exchange the coins.
Okay.
And then goes your PayPal, and you go from there. But honestly, TikTok, you pay shit on views.
Okay.
You know, I paid like 3 cents per like 1,000th or 10,000th view.
Yeah.
It's terrible. So I make my most money off lives.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You like going live. Shout out to all the people in the live. That's pretty wicked. I've never gone live. Have you ever gone live, Dan?
Yeah, on like Instagram just to fuck around. Like
okay.
Like a lot of my friends will
like
join and
some people. Yeah. Okay. So just friends or someone new will pop in and be like, "Dude, your hair looks like a loofah."
Something
like that. Do you ever just get roasted? Like in a comment, you're just like, "Oh my goodness."
You have like a Nick Yates coming in there.
Are you a shit talker? When it comes to the comments,
getting roasted on.
I'm not gonna lie. I've probably left a comment maybe 5 times in my lifetime. I'd be like, "Wow, that was a cool video" or something like that. I feel like I'm like an old soul trapped in a younger body.
Or the exact opposite.
Oh, you're on there just fucking blazing people.
It's a little inside joke between me and this guy.
I did stir the pot one time.
Yeah. It was bad.
I don't think it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad for you.
He got his head ripped off, but I knew it was funny on my end, but
it was all right.
So you've gotten some pretty weird comments or like is there anything
100%.
going into live, why don't you tell them about the first time like someone told you or gave you some money or something like that on a live?
Shit.
Or like any crazy stories when you're in the live, be like,
Top
oh my God, this
donation.
happened.
What's the most you've ever received on a live?
I think like the most money I've received on live was like $700, $800.
Damn.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
This dude's loaded. Okay, so what were you doing to get that $700-800? Were you just chilling? Like
People
some guy was
request
like,
to do some like weird shit. Like I had a guy. I think yeah, this is actually the live I was on. I was downstairs in my basement at my mom and dad's, and we had a treadmill downstairs. He's like, "Hey, go on the treadmill, and I'll donate like a shit ton of gifts, high speed." I got on the fucking treadmill, high speed.
how long did you last on the
Oh,
treadmill?
I didn't fucking last. I got fucked up.
You pretty much took one step and ate shit.
Well, I had to give him a show. I didn't try.
Could you imagine? Okay, let's do a scenario. Spence steps on the freaking treadmill, and he just freaking bam, bam, bam. What was behind it? Like a wall or something? Did you get flung into the wall?
I didn't really get flung. I just kind of like sit and then I rolled. Kind of did like
Really?
a roll and like rolled off. But
Could you imagine seeing that?
I'd be flying in my fucking bears.
God. Dude, what did anyone in your house think? Be like, what was that?
It wasn't really loud thud. It was downstairs in the basement.
Ah,
Carpet,
man.
everything. It was all good.
Hey, but if you really did $700-800, low-key, that's worth it a little
Oh
bit.
yeah, no.
A little
shit.
bit, definitely. I mean,
$700-800.
you can buy a lot of stuff
I'll
with
jump
that.
on a fucking
Kind
treadmill
of.
full speed.
$100 doesn't get you too far nowadays.
But I hate when you post a video and you're like, dude, this is gonna blow up, and
And
it just goes nowhere.
Maybe you jinx it. You probably jinx it.
Well, there was a video I did. This company called Simshine.
Okay.
Can moonshine.
Yeah.
Like promote, like sponsor me, whatnot. Send me some moonshine. I
That's
tried it
cool.
out. And I shotgunned 4 of those canned moonshines, fucking plastered. Like each shotgun I do, you can tell how drunk I got produced through the video.
Actually,
it was bad.
The episode I just shot, Sammy, it's gonna be dropping Monday. She was actually talking about a guy that she was like scrolling through, and she just sees this dude shotgunning 4 Ford Locos. Have you ever had one of those?
Yeah,
No, I've heard they
You've
are
never
fucking
had one?
No.
Let's just
Really?
say I don't know if that guy. He probably woke up 3 days later.
I've
I
gotten
would say.
wasted off Ford Locos before.
I the way I explained it, I was like, you know what? Pre-game, say you're low on funds, that'll get you.
That's the go-to.
Yeah,
You only got like
100%.
$5.
And then, hey,
Shit.
you go downtown, have another couple brewskis. I mean, you're kind of cruising throughout the
Yeah,
night.
you'll be all right.
Yeah. What's your drink of choice when you go out?
It used to be Bud Light, but I actually moved to Busch Light
What?
last Friday.
The boys in the back.
Bud Light's a
dude,
good beer.
Bud Light's a great beer.
Yeah.
Busch Light is just superior. And I know I might get shots. That's kind of shooting shots, but it's the truth. I do like it. It's
I think draft Bud Light is like,
the greatest.
dude.
What about a platinum?
I've had platinum before, and
Okay.
they are good.
They
But I
say
don't know,
platinums
it's acquired
mess you
taste.
up.
Oh, they will. They'll fuck you up.
Let's have
Yeah.
the Monster.
Huh?
Monster
We
ones?
did just try them. They're not bad. They taste
What
just
are
like
they?
a Monster. Monster just dropped alcohol.
I'm good.
Dude, it literally just tastes like. like
I'm not a big
Monster.
like energy drink like mixing
Yeah.
with alcohol guy. Like it seems so
Okay.
unhealthy.
No, yeah, Monster. Any energy drink mixed with liquor is dangerous. The only times like I've gotten in, I wouldn't say trouble, but the next day I'm like, oh my god, it's from drinking an energy drink and liquor because it's up and down, up and down.
Yeah, I
up
don't
and
want
down.
that. That's
But
terrible.
I mean, you can go. I mean, you if you're trying to make it out late, that's my drink of choice.
Yeah,
I
I
would
guess that makes
definitely
sense.
have to do that
Go to
because
the
if
bar
not,
tired.
Daddy's going home at like 11 o'clock. I typically after 11, it was a rare sight to see Logan. He's probably going through something if you see him past 11. Okay, cool.
Shit.
Traveling, partying. You go all over. I know we briefly talked a little bit about the Yellow Rose. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about that? I know because I always see you out there square dancing or doing something, kicking your heels up, and then you're dancing with some chicks and stuff like that. Does it turn into a nightclub and square dancing or what? Talk to me a little bit about it.
When the doors open, from 7:30 they open the doors, and then around like 12:30 they go to like kind of like, I guess you could say, the hip hop rap section.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I like a bar like that.
That's how
'Cause it
Naya's
is-
used to be.
It is nice. I feel like country music's nice starter. Like you're getting in there, you're about 3-4 beers in, you're like, oh, that's good country music.
Oh yeah, but I honestly think from like traveling,
Yeah.
like party and stuff like that is like for me going to rodeos, and then like the locals there in that area.
Yeah.
People in the crowds, or either someone's riding there, they're like, "Hey, bro, this is the spot to go." Like after it's popping, and then like that's how I get the name of places and all that.
Okay, cool. Oh, those are some nice people. Reach out to you. That's pretty nice, and that's what's awesome. Like you can run into all different types of people, and then you become friends with them, and then that's pretty much how like our friend group kind of blew up. Like it's like one guy started dating this chick, and then she had a couple cool friends, and then we just absorbed them. Like that's how, dude. Our group chat, 20 people deep.
21.
21. We just added another one.
I think so.
Goodness, I should put my wife in there because a lot of times what I'll do is like I'll someone will make a plan and I'm just like, okay, screenshot, send to wife.
Yeah, why wouldn't you just add her?
I know, because then she's just in the loop. But
then you don't have to say anything, really.
That is true. I cut a lot of stress out of my life.
Yeah.
I do like planning shit though.
If she yells at you, you could just be like, it's in the group chat.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sorry if you guys can hear that in the background. That sounds like my German short-haired pointer, Winston. Oh, you taking a leak?
No.
Ah, okay. Is that technically a beer? I've always wondered that. Would you call a Twisted Tea a beer? Dan the man. It's all good. The tripod's built different. Okay, yeah, but would you say a Twisted Tea is a beer, or is it just like what would you call it? A mixed drink? Malt liquor? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would call it. To be honest, it says it on the
I
can.
don't know.
I don't know. I don't even know if it's considered beer. I don't know what the fuck it's considered,
Yeah.
honestly.
Malt beverage with tea and natural flavors.
Okay, a Twisted Tea. Would you say you're strictly a beer drinker, or do you ever partake in liquor?
I don't really partaker in liquor. I don't really like it.
You don't partaker in a liquor?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Now I feel bad. Did you guys bring these?
No, those are mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they're so cold.
Those are the BFE podcast, baby. Okay, so never taken a dip of your toe into the liqueur side.
I mean, I have. Like, someone offers me a shot, I'm going to take a shot.
Okay, shot guy. But you're not really, like, one of my favorite drinks is a Crown Apple and cranberry or Crown Apple and lemonade. Oof.
Not really a mixed
Shit
drink
hits
guy.
different. Really? Okay.
Just more of a beer guy, and then someone offers me a shot.
It doesn't ever get old. Sometimes with beer, you're just like, you know what? Something else sounds a little better. You know
I
what
drink
mean?
vodka cranberry every weekend.
I've partaken vodka. I'm more of a dark liquor type of guy.
I like vodka lemonade, probably.
Yeah.
My super go-to. I'll get fucking trashed.
Shout out Chase. Chase turned me on to those Tito's and Red Bull. That's typically when I'll do the
energy
Red
drinks,
Bull.
man.
But yeah, that's what I said a couple times. I'm like, oh my god, I can't do that. All right, cool. So other than that, we've kind of hit almost everything. Do you want to talk a little bit about your TikTok journey and stuff like that?
Yeah. So like when I first started doing TikTok, I saw people blowing up, and like I kind of like would follow people and then realize what they're doing and see how they grew, and then I got it off them.
Yeah.
So like I realized that if you're posting like 3 videos a day, at least one of those 3 are gonna blow up, and then that's how like I started gaining more followers on TikTok and stuff like that.
Huh. I feel like that's what I do hear a lot of. Like, I'll be like, you always have to keep posting, be relevant, be out there. And I feel like you're the type of dude that did shoot his shot in the social media space, and I feel like you kind of hit a three-pointer. You kind of switched that shit. And that's cool. Like, I was telling a little earlier, like, I was like, dude, I'm not going to lie, you were a little bit of an inspiration, because I was like, hey, I mean, Spencer, I've known him, I've seen him around a couple times, and I knew that he was actually doing something. So it kind of gave me a kick in the ass to be like, well, if Spence can do it, I could try it out, see how I like it. And I just want to say thank you so much for coming on and telling us about your journey and stuff. I feel like the only other thing that if you would like to brush up on is the OnlyFans. That's another category of like social media.
Number one income right there.
Dude, that's so crazy to me. That's so cool. Like, talk to me a little bit about that. Where was the courage to do something like that with the stigma around it and stuff like that?
Like, so, like, all my other social media platforms is my link tree and stuff like that on TikTok. So
we're getting a link tree. I know. I still got to work on it. So I'm so sorry.
Go. You're fine.
Okay.
But like the link tree has like all my social media, and then people would add me on Snapchat, and like I'm not gonna lie, I had people like message like, "Hey, bro, like how much for a picture of this or how much for a picture of that?"
Okay.
And then like I kind of got glimpse. Like people are like wanting to pay to see this shit. You know what? Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start OnlyFans.
Oh, 100%. Patreon. There's all kinds of.
I was
paid
nervous as
platform
fuck
stuff.
at first. I'm like, dude, like, what if like people in like my area fucking subscribe to my shit, see my shit? I'm like, fuck, dude. But like, I was, you know what? Fuck, I don't give a fuck what people think.
Yeah, you know what? At a certain point, I feel like the older you do get in life, you do have to just be like, you know what? This is me. I only get one chance, one shot at this life, so live it up to the fullest. And I feel like you're kind of
like not gonna lie, like I was like 18, I was in high school. Oh fuck no, I would not be doing that shit. That should be going all over high school.
Yeah, that's what's so crazy. Like it's kind of weird. Like back in the day, like when we were in high school, it's like, oh shit, did you hear someone's got leaked? And you're like, oh dang, everyone's like upset about it, this, that, or the other. And now you got OnlyFans where it's like, hey, listen, you want to see this? You got to pay a little cheddar, but not too bad.
And I feel like there's a lot more people in there than like than people realize.
Oh, on OnlyFans? Yeah. I bet. I've heard it's kind of it does have a little bit of a weird stigma around it. And like he was just saying, you pretty much just gotta if you're feeling it, you're confident, go out there and you know what I mean? Someone is probably willing to pay for it. So that is super cool to me. Is there any like weird story or something like on OnlyFans where you're just like, oh my god, what?
I had some guy on Snapchat.
Okay.
Subscribed to my OnlyFans, and then he sent me a video on Snapchat of him with a tablet, of a picture with me on the tablet. And
holy shit. Well, you know what I mean? I mean, if you do put that out to the internet and stuff like that, you never know what's going to happen. Like you said, you got swatted. Like, there's all different types of things. So, does that ever make you worry? Or, like, you're like, nah, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? I knew going into this that something like this could happen. So, would you just laugh at it? Or you're just like, oh, yeah, I'll probably just swipe away from that.
I mean, if it happens, it happens. I mean, like, last week, my dog, Rocky, he's the biggest baby ever. You raise your voice at him or anything like that, he starts screaming, like, bloody murder, like, I'm in there literally just beating this shit out of him. I'm really not even touching him. Cops showed up, like, 10 minutes later. I was actually live on Twitch playing my games and stuff.
Oh, so you do that, too?
Yeah.
Wow, that's another curveball. So you're a Twitch streamer?
Yeah.
Dang, man, I gotta pick up my game.
I know.
Well, me and Dan, low-key, we did just sit down and have a meeting. And one thing we want to start doing with this is we're going to take the BFE podcast when it hits summertime and go down to the campuses. We got the mini mics. We're going to start asking people questions, kind of getting our word out. And we do have a couple other things working behind the scenes that eventually going to be dropping and stuff, so stay tuned for that. Do you ever think about dropping, like, maybe a merch? Or do you ever think about doing interviews like, yo, it's Wolfey, here, ask a question, something like that?
I honestly thought about starting, like, a merch brand, but not, like, nothing that, like, involves me. I was going to start, like, a merch brand called Leap of Faith.
Okay.
Because I go to church, not, like, often, but, like, I go to church occasionally, stuff like that. But, like, I honestly thought about, like, starting a merch brand called Leap of Faith, but, like, I posted on social media, everything like that, and everyone's wanting to buy it. And I'm like, shit, dude, like, I gotta get this shit made up and everything like that. But it's like a long ass process.
Yeah.
Making a website and all that shit, it's just like, dude, do I really want to go through this?
I'm not gonna lie, I love working behind the scenes on the BFE podcast or something like that, like setting up a website or designing something. I feel like it is pretty cool. But there, you can outsource that stuff. Like you could be like, hey, like, we did just get a couple new intros. We'll be blasting those out to you guys. But a website called Fiverr, and you can like outsource stuff if you want stuff being edited or something like that, like a website built or something. You can just pay someone like $10, $15 an hour, and they'll come up with stuff and be able to work with you, so you can do something like that. I feel like that's pretty cool. So
like another thing, like I thought I would like recommend to you guys is that like a lot of like big TikTok and stuff like that, they have like a it's called like a business email. They have it in their bios and stuff like that, and email them like, hey, listen, like I run this podcast, like I would love for you to come on and stuff like that.
Okay,
like that's something like that.
I definitely want to do that 100%. Yeah,
it's like the thing we talked about with with the merch.
Yeah,
it's kind of like the same deal.
Okay, cool. Yeah, seriously, like I feel like I do. Maybe I'll hit you up after this and stuff, and I can you can kind of walk me through what I should be doing to get this out to more people. Because like I said, hopefully you guys are following along on this journey, subscribing, and hopefully liking a little bit of this. The episodes are going to be dropping every Monday. But yeah, behind the scenes, we're going to start working on different things. I do want to show you the studio. We did just put out a collage of all the people that we've had on. So, Spencer, is there anything that you want to wrap up or anything?
Nothing I can think of right off the top of my head.
Getting off your chest?
Nothing I can think of right off the top of my head.
closing statements.
Yep.
Closing statement, stay positive like last time.
Stay positive. That's big from Yo, It's Wolfie.
Yeah, you gotta stay positive.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get anywhere in life. You're all down and stuff like that. You gotta stay positive.
Dude, 100%. I always have a smile on my face, and that's a good mentality to lead your life by. Dan, anything from you?
Nah, not this time.
All right, cool. Thank you so much for everyone watching. Like I said, like, subscribe, and the BFE podcast. We're out. Thanks.